Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss about understanding modules. So in Node.js, every file works as a modules. As you already know that behavior of module, you can reuse this. That means if you want to export it, you can export it, and also into the different pages, you can import it. Right? I have already discussed about that things with you. Better I want to show you with the live example. Okay, for doing this, I want to do in our node, there is our node folder here. I want to create one of the new file and I just name it as a add.js. Okay, I name it as a add.js, and here I want to create one of the function, that is our function keyword. I want to create on the function name as a add, and here I want to add two of this number. So first of all, I want to pass two of this parameter. One is the a, another is the b. Okay, for simple example, and then I want to return it. That means the return or this function as a from here I want to pass that a and then plus b. Okay, I simply return that things from here. In JavaScript, we before export it directly, right? We export it directly, we import this file directly, but in Node.js, here if you want to export it, then here we have to write down as a modules. Okay, there is a module and then the export. Okay, there is a module exports. In front of the export, I want to pass which thing? I want to pass our method, that means our function name as a add. Okay, simply I export our add function. And now we have to import it, right? I want to display this function value in our index, that means here. So now that will be our module part, and now I want to visible it in here. Okay, so if you now want to access our this method from this position, I export our method name as a add, right? Now I want to do, first of all, I want to get our this file as a add.js. So if you want to get it, then here we have to add that as a constant. Okay, I take one of the constant variable as a add. Whatever the name actually you choose, right now I name it as a add. And then with the required method, okay, that will be the required. Okay, required. And with this required, I want to take it. Here we have to pass our file name. Our file name appropriate the same place as a add, right? So there is add.js. So that is one of the same module files. So for the reasons here, we don't need to use that as a JS. Only our file name will be enough. So right now our file name as add. So now you can see that is our add. Great. And here now I want to check it here with this console log. Okay, console, and into this console log area, and then I want to add that our I have already required get our file, and into this file area, that is all that our module function, and here I pass two of this parameter as a and then b, right? Now I want to pass that some of the value. I want to pass on the value for the a, and also I want to pass on the value for the b. Then that will be this add two of this number. Now let's check this out. Here now there is our add. Okay, so I want to add that add, and add after that I want to pass two of this value as a 3, and I want to pass another value as a 4. Okay, now that should be a display what? Now that should be add two of this number. That means it should be as a 7. Right, now let's check this out into the terminal, what exactly the data is displayed. Now click as a save all. Now you can see it's now successfully displayed as a 7, which is totally fine. I hope you understand how to create some of the module, how can export this module, how can import this module, and also how can execute it. Okay friend, I hope every part is very much clear to you. Now there is another issue. Like from here I simply pass one of the method, right? So from here I pass only one method or one variable. But if you want to pass multiple variable, if you want to pass that multiple function, then how can execute it? Okay, so right now I want to solve this issue. Then you have to do like better I add another function. Okay, I want to add another function. I make it as a sub. Okay, that will be as a sub, or two of these as a and then b. Okay, same value. Now that will be as a minus. I want to do that will be a return, and return will be a minus b. Okay, then that will be as a return a minus b. So if you want to pass that multiple method, then you have to do after that export, you have to add that as add. Okay, that means that is our name and is equal to add. And also the same, I copy it, and then there is a module export, then that will be as a sub equal sub. So that is the way you can actually export multiple method or the variable. Okay, so right now I simply export both of these. Now I want to import it in our index. Now if you want to get both of this method, then we have to do a in particular after the constant variable into this area. Here we have to use that as a curly bracket. Okay, and into this curly bracket I want to pass that as a add, and also I pass another one as a sub, right? I want to add that sub. Simple work, and our file name will be the just like that same. Now I want to pass on the value, so that will be as a for the sub. For the sub I make it as a as a 4, and I make it as a 2, then that will be display as a 2, right? Now click as a save all. Now you can see it's now display as a 7, and then that is our 2. Great. So that is one of the way. Okay, you can actually pass multiple method or variable like that way. And also there is another easy way. If you want to pass it that things by the object, then that will be very easy. Better I show you. Like there is another format you can actually export, so everything will be needed, so make sure you understand it. So like as that will be the same module and module exports. Okay, module exports, and then I want to declare one of the object. Okay friend, and into this object area I take one of the property as a add, and this add our property value that will be our this method name as a add. Okay, I simply add it. Great. And also I take another property as a sub, and this sub will be our method name. Our method name will be as a sub, so I simply add it. Great. Now from to this position we pass both of this data. That means from here we export both of this data by this object. And also as I told you before, when our property name and then our value, when that will be as the same name, you can actually use that only one. Right? Remember, I have already discussed about that things with you. Right now our property and the name is the same name. For the reasons I want to use only one. Okay, I simply use that only one. So our result will be just like that same. If you now click as a save all, now you can see it's now returned the same as a plus, for the plus as a 7 and minus as a 2. Right? That is actually our value. Great. And also every module they have some of the global variable. Like if you want to get some of the specific index file directory name, if you want to get that file name, they have some of the global variable. But I show you, like I want to show with the console log. There is a console log, and there is one of the global variable as a double underline as a, you can see there is a directory name. Okay, that is one of the global variable. And also there is another one as a file name as a console log. I want to add another one that will be double underline as a file name. Okay, so now if you print both of these, now that will be display our directory name and then file name. You can see that is display our directory name, and also it's display the file name. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. So with this directory name, if some of the time it's may needed to access your file location, then that will be needed. So later we'll use it. I hope you get some of the idea. That is one of the global variable as a directory name, global variable as a file name. Simply remember that part. So that is our module, how to export some of the module in different way, and that is our object way, and that is our everything is result is perfectly visible. Okay friend, I hope every part, every concept is very much clear to you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.